Hey everybody, it's Rick. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support. It's been a while since I've done some videos, so I wanted to go ahead and knock this one out for you. If you watched any of my other videos, up on top there, I'll put a link. I made some homemade bird feeders that were squirrel proof, but somewhere along the move here, we moved from Delaware to South Carolina, they got trashed. I guess I didn't feel like they were really needed here, who knows. But the squirrels are ridiculous here in the South. So I just bought just a cheap bird feeder, I'll show it to you in a little bit, and I put it on just a regular shepherd's hook style hanger with the hummingbird feeder that I did a review on. I'll put that up there also, and that's up there. So what we're going to try to do is, instead of building another one out of 4-inch pipe, PVC pipe, 3-inch PVC pipe, I don't have any down here in the South, anything local that I can go pick up real easy. So I went ahead and I ordered this online. It's called a Squirrel Baffle. And this thing is pretty big. I'd say it's at least over a foot by about maybe 6 inches. I'm not seeing any dimensions on here. Let me see. Just says you got to mount it 4 to 5 foot above the ground on anything from a 1/2 inch to 1 3/8 pole. Now my pole's not round, it's square, but I'm hoping the hardware in here will make up for that. And it's got these wing nuts in here that hold it together. This comes apart. There's a seam down here. And it shows you a diagram there of how it comes apart and goes around the pole itself. Then they've got a piece of tie wrap here, I guess, with the rest of the hardware. Like I said, this was online. If I have a link for you, I'll put it underneath the description page on YouTube. And if you're interested, go ahead and purchase it yourself. And you take that wing nut apart. It's this kind of like black sheet metal that they dipped, I guess, to give it that black color. So that one came off. There it is, the other side of the wing nut. And let me take the opportunity, hey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That subscribe button's running down there in the right-hand corner. You never know what I'm going to come up with next. Tell your family and friends. Share with your family and friends. It helps the channel. We don't make a ton off of it, but it makes it possible to buy more products and showcase more products. That one's off and that one's off, and then it looks like it just pulls apart. Okay, so once you have that apart, you're gonna slide that over top of your pole. You're gonna put that wing nut back there and lock it in. That's gonna keep it nice and tight. And then they've got this mechanism here that spreads apart. Hopefully you can see that there. And it's got an adjustment screw on this side and an adjustment screw on that side. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tighten them up to where they're nice and tight on that shaft, your pole, whether it be square or round, and you're going to judge where that's going to lay underneath of your feeder. So this is going to go on the pole first, then this will go over top of it. You'll spread it open and slide it, and then this will lay inside of here on the pole, and that'll keep that baffle from going down. That's what holds it up. Pretty simple design. And this will actually pull apart if you need to pull apart. It's got these little nubs on there, and you drop them right in the little slots right there, like keyhole slots, and that holds it together until you put that wing nut back on there. So pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into tons of detail there. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, and we'll find out whether it's a success or a failure. Okay, here's the culprits in action there. We're going to lose probably a pound of seed a day with those guys. And it's black oiled sunflower seeds. And you know what they're like in the market. They're not exactly cheap. And we got this troop here, the Walendas of squirrels. They got incredible abs. They just go up there, and now he's going to come up here and see us. Like, hey, where's the rest? Dude, what are you doing? You know, you got to get some more seed in there. That's got to stop. We want to see the birds, not the squirrels. So let's install this thing. All right, so the only thing you're going to need to put this on is going to be a Phillips screwdriver. It's got Phillips heads and also a little slot there if you only have a slotted screwdriver, a straight screwdriver as people call them. You're going to figure out where you're going to put this baffle. That holding device inside is probably going to be right about where that hole is. It's going to be about 4 foot off the ground like we talked about. And I'm going to put a line on my hole where I basically want to put that at. We'll say like right about here. Go ahead and take this apart. Probably have to just take off one side of it. So we'll go around there. Make sure it's spread enough for your pole. This is roughly a 1-inch pole. Just get it finger tight to start out. You see we're right on our mark. You don't need to mash this or anything like that. You want to strip out your threads. But you're going to want it tight enough that you don't lose your baffle. Now that baffle doesn't weigh a ton, but you want to make sure you get it. Now like I said, this slides, so you want to slide it down in this direction, and that'll come apart. And it's going to go back the same way again. Those little nodules in there. Slide it back down again so it locks. And you're going to take your little wing nut that you had here, and there's one screw here that holds the assembly together from springing apart, and you screw that back on. Remember, all your screws are righty-tighty, tighten up, and lefty-loosey to take apart and unloosen. This just has to be finger tight because you may have to take it down and clean it if your birds decide they want to mess all over it, which I'm sure will probably happen. But there you go, that's it. Now, what's supposed to happen here is the squirrel's going to get up here. There's going to be a slippery surface here. Hopefully you can't jump from there to there. But like I said, we've got some acrobatic squirrels around these parts. This might rattle around a little bit, but it's not going to hurt anything. Hey everybody, well I gave this thing a try. It's been about maybe 3 days now because I haven't been able to get back to the video. One thing I did notice is apparently I'm the incredible headless DIY man because I've cut my head off on this whole video. I can either scrap it out or just leave it as it is, and as goofy as I am, I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I hope at least you got the information you needed to make a decision whether this will work for you to try to keep your squirrels off of your feeder. It did work for us. There it is right over my shoulder here. Every day we usually get tons of squirrels that'll be tearing up that feeder and getting all the seed out of it. And we have not had one squirrel even attempt to even try to run up the pole, which is kind of crazy. And they're not bothering the birds anymore, and it seems to be working. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It's worked for us. You guys check it out. Under 20 bucks shipped to your house. You know what? Take a shot. Some of these places you buy from, they'll take the stuff back if it doesn't work for you. But I really hope it does work for you. And once again, thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves.